Hi, global supply chainers. Welcome to the second Hangout event in SC4x. My name is Eva Ponce, and I have with me today
Connor Makowski.
So thank you, Connor, for being with us today in this Hangout event. Connor, you might know him because he's filming most of the recitations in SC4x. He's also preparing most of the grade assignment and practice problem. And the reason he's here today is because he's an expert in the fresh connection. Last year, Connor was he was playing the game, and he won with his team, and he went to the international competition. So I'm very happy to have you with us today, Connor, and he's also going to share his experience with you. So again, welcome to this second Hangout event. So the main goal of this event today is to discuss with you the fresh connection. We are going to debrief the first round. And I really want to share with you, and we are so excited with the results and your participation in the game. I really want to share with you these quick statistics and this data.
Actually, when I saw this, I was expecting you guys to be significantly lower, and I was really blown away by really how well you guys did in general. It was really astonishing to me. It was really good. So very proud of you guys for that.
Very proud of you guys. You are so motivated, so energetic, and this is great to have you doing this in SC4x. So in terms of number of participants, we had 1,685 people that logging in the Fresh Connection Round 1 game. The average score for these 1,600 students was minus 3.4% of the return of investment of the company, which is not bad. You started with the minus 96%. On average, everyone did a little bit better, but let's go further. The median was also minus 3.5%. We also realized that 413 students did not take any action. Maybe because you just ran out of time or just logging in the game and you didn't have time to complete. The first round, as you know, we offer you 1 week to complete this first round. We received some complaints. Some of you want to have more weeks to do that. Just to let you know that this was intentional. Part of the game is we want you to be in a kind of a real environment, making decisions in supply chain. Time pressure is one of the important factors. So this is something that we really want to add here. When we play the game on campus, we just give our students 48 hours.
Yeah,
right?
Sometimes a little bit less than that. And in that time, you actually have 4 teammates, and you have to coordinate with those teammates. So it's not just you making decisions, it's you convincing them. And it adds a whole new area of complexity to the game.
Yeah. So in terms of the number of participants that were active during the round 1, we have 1,274 students. So 73% of these students are verified students, and 27% audit students. So the average score for the active student during round 1 was minus 3.21% of the return of investment in the company. And the median score was 0.19%, which is good. That means that most of you did good and did over the average. So this is a very good result. Let's look a little bit now on the histogram. This histogram represents in the y-axis, you have the number of students. In the x-axis, you can find the return of investment, the value of the ROI in the company. So we can see some outliers. We have a minus 59% of ROI. We have also some minus 46%. No worries about that. We look into this data. It seems just a mistake or
a missing supplier. Maybe they accidentally hit 0 one too many times. Yeah,
the order of magnitude used. So we just remove this from the analysis and we just focus in the second histogram. So in this histogram, you can see that the peak, we have a peak with, let me see the numbers, 162 participants score with 1%. So the return of investment of the company is now 1%, which is really really a very good result. Most of our students, as you can see, are over this 1%. We have almost 30% of our students that score 1% or more. 40% students score more than 0% of their return of investment, and almost 80% of our students are in between the -4%, the starting point, and the 6%. We are so proud of those students that really reach this 6% of return of investment. This is a very good result, especially taking into account that this is the first round of the game.
Yeah, I was very impressed to see that. So when I came into this game, I was expecting to see some of our top students at the end of the game be right around the 6% range, and you guys are already there. So there's still some room for improvement, but I'd like to see how far you can really push the game. So this is exciting.
Definitely.
Very exciting.
So yeah, here is the data that I just shared with you. Let's go to the top score. So we have 3 students that they score 6% or higher number than this. We have Vladimir with a 6.4% of the return of investment, Luis with a 6.3%, and Francisco with a 6%. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. This is great. This is a very good result. But let's go and analyze a little bit what is behind, what happened here. So what we did is just to have a close look into the strategy that these 3 best players follow during the game. We focus on supply chain, and as you can see here, we have that the strategy that the 3 different players follow was very different. Player 1, as you can see, focus more on the outbound warehouse and focus more on the finished good, just to ensure that you're going to have the enough amount of finished good to provide the right service level to your customer. So a lot of focus on the first player on ensure this finished good. Also focus on the efficiency in the purchasing area.
And this was an interesting tie-in because this player actually spent very little costs on purchasing, and you would expect them to make up for that by having a higher inbound warehouse size. But instead they actually managed their safety stocks in their finished goods warehouse, and so this led to an interesting dynamic that really kind of made this player stand out to us.
Yes. However, the player number 2 focused more on service level on both sides. Service level with the suppliers, and also as a reaction of that on the service level of the customer. So the focus here for player 2 in terms of the strategy, let's say that was mainly focused on service level, on suppliers and also on the customer. And player number 3 was a very balanced strategy between both efficiency in terms of cost and service of level offered to the customers. Yeah.
And so it's interesting to see how 3 completely different strategies all led to having very similar ROIs and very good results in the end.
That's the question. If you can see that the ROI of these 3 players was 6% or higher with 3 different strategies, which is great, and it's something that this game, from my point of view, this simulation game, illustrates very well. Okay, so let's do now the following thing. Now what we want you is to move to the breakout rooms. Go there. We want you to discuss with your peers 3 main questions. We don't want you to go to the specific decision that you make in the inbound warehouse about safety stock. What we want you is to discuss more about the strategy that you used during the first round. Very important, how did you align your supply chain with your strategy? We also want you to discuss a little bit about what made the implementation of your strategy either successful or unsuccessful, and just bring you the opportunity to discuss with your peers more at this strategic level about the first round of the first collection. Anything you want to add, Colin?
Yeah, also if you guys have other little things you want to discuss about dealing with the complexity of the game, this is a really cool and awesome way to do that. So in your breakout room, maybe discuss how you dealt with this, the complexity, and then once again how you aligned your strategy to deal with that complexity.
Okay, so then the plan now is to move to the breakout room for 20 minutes. We are going to share with you these 3 questions that we want you to discuss in the breakout room through the chat. And after the 20 minutes, we want you to come back to the lobby and share with us your questions. And Connor and I, we are going to be more than happy to answer your questions. And as always, we will try to do our best.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you. Go to the breakout rooms and see you in 20 minutes.